All right, and you kids at home can see my pen, right? Hannah, you can see that? No?
No, I can't see anything.
Oh, hold on, I gotta click over here. I gotta do this. Now, can you see it?
Yes.
You can? Okay, good. All right. So this is actually gonna be 7-2. We went completely out of order in this chapter, but that's okay. Exterior angles in a triangle. All right, so first thing I'd like to do is explain what in the world an exterior angle in a triangle is. We talked about exterior angles way back when with parallel lines, but when we're talking about shapes, it's a little bit different. So to make one, it's actually really easy. Just go ahead and draw yourself any old triangle. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And if you want to create an exterior angle, you're simply going to take one of those three sides, any one, it doesn't matter, and you're just going to keep it going. So you're literally just going to extend one side. And now you have this angle here on the outside. That is what we refer to as an exterior angle. You can draw it at any vertex. That doesn't matter. Okay, so there's our exterior angle. Now, of course, inside the triangle, those are the ones that we refer to as the interior angles. And for a triangle, of course, there's always three of them. So we've got our interior angles and an exterior angle. So the first thing I want you to do, I'm going to have you try and figure out the measure of an exterior angle. If I give you this, let's start off with a pretty similar drawing. Why not? Okay, so here's my exterior angle over here. So I'm going to ask you to find its measure if you know that this is, oh, I don't know, let's make that 30 degrees and let's make this 70 degrees. Could you take a moment and try and find out what the measure of angle X is? Kids at home, feel free to send it to me in the chat if you think you got an answer. Ooh, okay, I've got a few guesses in the chat. And yeah, so everybody's kind of hovering around a similar answer. I'm getting there's some that are right and some that are wrong in there. Katrin, you think you got one? Katrin says 80. So 80 is one of the numbers that keeps popping up, and I can see where it's coming from. So here's the thing. Let's ignore the exterior angle for just 1 minute. Let's pretend that it wasn't even there. We didn't even know about it. If I just gave you this triangle and I said, hey, find that missing angle, you know that in a triangle, the three angles are going to add up to be 180, right? We've been doing that quite a bit. So if I have 70 and 30, that's 100. So this angle right here has to be 80. Okay, so that's, I think, where a lot of you are saying 80 is coming from. And I agree that this angle is 80. However, if I'm looking for the exterior angle, I did see in the chat, I got a few answers that are correct. It is not 80 for the exterior angle. Molly? It is. Where did you get that from? Yes, these two. Don't they make a straight line together? Remember that? They're a linear pair. Together, they make that straight line, that full rainbow that we've talked about. So these two angles are supposed to add up to be 180. So if that one's 80, that leaves this one to be 100. Yes. Cool. Okay. Okay. Let's try another one. I'm going to draw the triangle a little bit differently, but it's still the same idea. Say I had something along these lines. So now my exterior angle is over here. So I'll label that one X. So hopefully you can see it still is a triangle with just one side drawn long. That's all we're doing. And let's say this time I tell you this is 20 maybe, and let's have this one be 30. So do the same thing. See if you can find the measure of that missing exterior angle. Again, kids at home, send it to me in the chat. I'm not getting a lot in the chat. Nick, you got something?
Yeah, I know it.
What is it?
50.
Ooh, 50, nifty 50, United States. You guys name all the states? It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I did.
I probably could if I had a map in front of me.
All on the map. I just
Yeah.
like,
There's that song. Did you learn that song?
yeah.
You did? So
I think it's the chorus.
you did? I know it, but then I lose it once you get to like all the New York, New Mexico. I know it the first half of the song and then I lose it. Anywho, there's 50 is correct, by the way. So again, we can kind of play the same game. Ignore this for just a second. So 30 and 20 is 50. Let's take 50 away from 180. That leaves me with 130 for this angle. And then if I sort of bring this back in, these two again make a linear pair. They have to add up to be 180. 180 minus 130. Yeah, I get a 50. Boy, this is interesting. I don't know if you guys have noticed something that has happened the last two problems here. Let's try one more. And then I'll see there is something happening here. I wonder if you are picking up on it. So let's have this be this be this, and you are looking for this exterior angle this time. See if you can find that. And then I would love for you to come up with a hypothesis of what you think is going on here. Okay. Hannah, that's right. Anybody else at home? Send it to me in the chat. Oh, Steve, that's right. Maya? 110 is correct. Now hold on. So again, let's go through this. Ignore that. Just a minute. Oh wait, covering up a little bit too much. You have 90, right? That's a 90. So 90 plus 20 is 110. 110 minus 180 gets me to 70. And now let's uncover this. And these two, 70 and this one are supposed to add up to be 180. So 180 minus 70, yeah, it gets me 110. Anybody have a thought? Do you notice something that keeps happening time and time again? Yes.
Anytime you add the two angles, like you can have an equal what it is.
Yes. Did you notice that? So we didn't know that it was 70 at first, right? So ignore that for a minute. I gave you these two to start with. If you add 90 plus 20, don't you get 110? Well, surely that's just a fluke. That doesn't happen every time, does it? By golly, look, I had originally given you 20 and 30. If you add them together, you sure do get 50. Okay, this can't be. Check on the last one. Does it work? Yeah, these two angles, if you add them together, it's just going to get you this angle. Oh my gosh. So we have just uncovered a cute little shortcut. An exterior angle of a triangle will always be equal to the sum of these two angles over here. There is a special phrase that we use to describe these two angles over here. They're called remote interior angles, which sounds super mathy, but it just means remote just means not right next to me, right? Remote, like you live in a remote place, you live far away, right? It's not right here. So when we're talking about remote interior angles, interior means it's inside the triangle, but it's remote. It's not near the exterior angle that I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to put this in words and then we'll just try a few more. Okay, so big star in your notes. And we're going to say the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its two remote interior angles. And then I'll put what that really means, which are just the two angles inside the triangle that are not right next to your angle. Exterior angle. Oops, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, so take a moment to jot that down. And then we will try a couple of them together. Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. I didn't even see that you said that, but you are correct. Yes, your two remote interior angles are going to get you that exterior. Okay, so let's try a few of these. So your directions are just gonna be to find the missing angle. I'm gonna give you a 4 to try. I'll start you off easy and then I'll throw you a curveball. So make sure you're looking out for it.
What was the section?
7-2, exterior angles in a triangle. Okay, so here are all 4. Be careful. Sophia, that's right for number 1. You're on a roll, Sophia. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'll call on you at random again. Why not? Number 1, what did you get for that exterior angle? John, what do you say on number 1? Zoom in a bit. Oh dear. So let me help you. If you have an angle on the outside, all you have to do is add these 2 together. That's it. You got it. That's it. So all I'm doing is adding the 2 given angles together. That gets me my exterior angle, 110. Okay, the second one. What are you gonna get this time, Matt? 120, right? 100 plus 20, I get 120, easy peasy. Until things change. Of course they're gonna change. They change with number 3. This answer is not 110. Somebody, oh, Matt, go ahead. What is it? It's 50. Did you get 50? Did everybody get 50? Oh, I got 50 in the chat. Yes, 50. Because again, I have the exterior angle this time. I know it's 80. So 80 is equal to these two added together. So I'm really just going to do 80 minus 30 and find out, oh yeah, it's 50 that goes in that blank. Okay, be careful. They might spin it around on you like that. So similarly, I think I did the same thing for 4. What do you get for 4? Molly, go ahead. 60. Correct. You guys see that? So this time I know 150 is equal to these two added together. I already have 90. So we'll just do 150 minus the 90. So 60 is correct. All right, guys, easy enough once you know what you're doing, which by the way, this cute little shortcut, even if you forget it, you can always go back to just finding the third angle and finding this anyway. As long as you know that these two are supposed to add to be 180. Yeah, you're doing an extra step, but it's not like it's this massive step. It'll take you an extra 15 seconds. Okay, so, but it is kind of convenient to know. You can get it done so quickly if you know that the exterior angle is just equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. And that's it. Okay, let me go ahead and stop this video if I could find the button. Oh, there it is. Stop recording. Okay. Yes, I want to.